You're going to want to see all the new stuff in the Funhouse. Don't change that dial. Kick it. Alright, thanks for coming back. I know you have a lot to choose from, and thanks for watching Brian's Funhouse. We're going to show you tons of new additions to the Funhouse. Glad you didn't change that dial. Remember one of the old TV sets? But kids today, they don't understand. They don't know. I think we had like 4 stations for a long time, just changing that dial. You wanted the volume up, you wanted the channel change, you had to walk to the damn TV and do the dial. I also miss the phones, the old rotary phones. We had a big black one. I loved it. I want to call my friend. About 10 minutes later, I should get through. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff. Of course, in order for stuff to come into the Funhouse, stuff has to go out of the Funhouse. So I've been putting some stuff on eBay. For instance, let's just look at the top 5 sales I had on eBay. Just sold a Land of the Lost DVD set, the complete series, the old original TV program, Land of the Lost. That went for like $28. Oh Brother, We're Out, our soundtrack, George Clooney movie. It's a good movie. It's an interesting soundtrack, but I really wasn't listening to it. I'm slowly getting rid of a lot of my soundtrack. I have hundreds and hundreds of soundtracks, so in order to make room for the music, LPs, non-soundtrack stuff, you gotta make room somehow. So I'm getting rid of soundtracks. Oh Brother, We're Out There. That was $25 that sold for. Kong Island, another soundtrack. I don't think I'm gonna listen to King Kong Island Skull Island anytime soon. Got rid of that for $20. I had an A-Team lunchbox and a Mr. T figure. Slowly trying to get rid of some toys to make room for other toys. Sold that for $55. And I had these weird zoo cryptozoology figures that I didn't think were that rare, but put it on eBay, and I guess a lot of people don't. Some people had them for like 100 or more. I'm like, I just want to sell them. Sold them for $50. Was happy with that. And last but not least, in order to make room for that Tim Curry Rocky Horror doll that you'll see up there, had to sell another action figure to make room. I love David Bowie, but the Labyrinthine movie, it was just alright. My favorite David Bowie movie is The Hunger, where he plays a vampire. I do want to see, what was that, Mr. Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, whatever that war movie is. I'm trying to get a copy of that. I want to see that. But anyway, the Bowie figure went for $32. So, with all that cash made, I'm rich. Went to the flea market, one of the flea markets I went to a few estate sales and flea markets. Went to the Allstate Arena flea market. I love that. We can watch the planes land over the crowd. It's a huge one. It's my last week there because my work schedule's changed. All my weekends are Tuesday, Wednesdays for a long time. So no more estate sales or flea markets for me. Working every Saturday and Sunday. But I picked up some cool things. A lot of it's music related. So I know you music fans, show me the music. Show me the music. I will get to the music and get toys and other stuff first. I'm a Blackhawks fan, live in the Chicago area. This nice Blackhawks glass from the 1970s, probably. Like, I need another glass. I have so many glasses. We'll put that on the edge, hope it breaks. Kiss patch. Got that from a guy. I'm buying a lot of Kiss stuff at the flea market. Oh, I'll show you the big stuff. Because a lot of people, stay tuned for something cool. No, I'll show you something cool right off the bat. Over here is a Led Zeppelin blacklight poster. I thought it would be like from like the late 70s, early 80s. It actually was printed in 1992. However, they go for like $100. They'll sell for $100 to $300, even a little more on eBay. Because people want to relive that Led Zeppelin experience with the blacklight, and this guy had it. He had it for $80, and I got him to $70. $70. So for $70, I bought that nice blacklight Led Zeppelin. Let's show you how it looks in all of its glory. That's some other crap I bought. A little Black Hawk punchy guy for a few bucks. If the Hawks suck again this year, we'll be getting a lot of punches. But we got that new Colin Bernard dude. He's like 10. Hopefully he'll be a star player for us. This other guy at flea market sells lots of magazines. I bought a big fan of Natalie Portman. Big fan of Star Wars. Put 2 together. I couldn't be happier. Got her Rolling Stone issue. I have a Jaws 2 program, I believe. Jaws 1, the original Jaws. It's hard to get that program, a little more cash, but so I do have the Jaws 3D poster here, but now I have the Jaws 3D movie program. eBay purchase, I've had it on my watch list forever. Usually they're a little more expensive, however this one's condition was not that great, so I bought it up. The Orca, what are they called? A Daybill insert movie poster, the ones that are like 12 by 36, 14 by 36, something like that. And I have a few of them around. So, got the Orca, the killer whale. Funny story about that is I'm going to frame it. Well, it's already framed. I'm going to put it with the Bo Derek autograph that I got. Tell my little Bo Derek quick story here. So I was working at a animal sanctuary in Florida in 2007, and she was our VIP for our black tie event kind of thing. And I was in a golf cart assigned to drive, not her, but her handlers and a photographer around and blah, blah, blah. So she comes up with her entourage, and I pull my cart away. You know, we had the nice VIP cart first and then my cart second. She gets out of the car and stuff, and for some reason she skips that VIP cart and sits next to me on a golf cart. And now I'd known for like a week or so that she was going to come, so I bought the Orca DVD used at a store, just kind of had the insert in my shorts, and I was like, holy crap, it's Bo Derek sitting next to me. I'm like, hello Bo. So then, you know, cart around, and they all cart, look at the animals, they all talk about whatever VIP stuff people talk about, probably like, we want your money, and then after like 20 minutes into the story, you know, we're just making small talk. I'm like, hey, do you mind signing this? You know, and I'm glad I got Orca. Even though it's her first movie, it's like a childish movie, but it's, you know, I didn't want to pull out like a Playboy and be one of those creepy guys. Hey, why should I do a Playboy? Or you know, Bolero. I didn't want to pull out Bolero and, hey, can you sign a movie that you're like nuded throughout the whole movie? But yeah, so she was really, really nice. She's like, oh, Orca. And showed it to her friend. She's like, yeah, it's my first one. Richard Harris. And so later on that night, you know, I got all dressed up. And I saw her at the VIP event. Asked her for a little photograph. She was really nice. I think she was 47, and I was not. But to me, beautiful. Nice lady, beautiful in person. Of course, when I tell that story to all my friends, they're always like, you know, so when you were sitting next to her, you were like, you know, picturing her naked? No, I'm professional. I was. Let's get into music. Enough about Naked Bo Derek. Let's get into music. So at the flea market, I've noticed CDs are only $1 each a lot of times. So man, count me in. Vinyl prices, as we know, are crazy insane. Show you this film footage here. I was at a place, and they had Cameo, Word Up, an album that stores used to use as like a filler to not hurt the other albums. Oh, Cameo, Word Up, we'll put that there. Guy wanted like $20 for. Are you kidding me? Cameo, Word Up? Anyway, Argent, the best of. We all love Argent with Hold Your Head Up and God Gave Rock and Roll to You. Got 10 of their big hits on here. Had to pick that up for $1. Let's see, Alan Parsons Project, another band. Alan Parsons, Moody Blues, Manfred Mann, ELO, all bands within the last 20 years, you know, which is still removed from their heyday, that I'm really getting into. Yeah, so Alan Parsons, this is their 5th one, came out in 1980. It's got the games people play. That's a good one. Of course, Eye of the Sky was another of their big songs, but that's a good album there. Archers of Loaf, this is their 2nd record from 1995. Got it on CD. I have it on vinyl, but there's no way to upload a vinyl to my iTunes, so get the CD, you know, that computer technology, put it in there. Would you like to upload? Yes, I would. And then it's there. Convenience. I mean, I grew up with the rotary phone, so this is crazy convenience for me. Bauhaus, a band. I did get into Peter Murphy solo stuff just recently. Of course, way back in the day when you were in Chicago clubs, you gotta, you know, shake your butt to Bela Lugosi's dead. On dead, Bela Lugosi's. If you wanted to talk to the alternative chicks with the jet black hair and they look like they haven't seen the sun in like 5 weeks, you want to talk to them, you had to dance to Peter Murphy. And Bauhaus, of course, this is their, and that's how I danced. I sucked. 3rd record from 1982, something about the sun, the sky's gone out. So yeah, so I like it. So I'm interested to hear other Bauhaus stuff, collect them. The Cult, Ceremony, this is their 5th one from the great year of 1991. Ceremony, what was the big one off of this? Heart of Soul, I think, was the big one off of this. I like it. I like his voice. The Cult is still a band I've never seen live. They keep on playing Chicago and I'm not ready for it. Oh yeah, Cinderella, you know that metal band. What do you call them? The hair metal band. Nice songs. I saw Cinderella like 2 or 3 times opening up for Bon Jovi on their Slippery When Wet tour, Cinderella's debut album tour, I believe. This is their 4th and final one. Came out way back in 1994. Now the singer Tom Kiefer is still touring. He still do Cinderella songs. I've yet to see him. I only saw Cinderella way back in the day, but still climbing. I gave it a spin. 94 wasn't that far removed from when they were hitting the chart, so it still, sounds like that kind of stuff. The Cure, this is their 6th one from 1985. The Head on the Door. This is really good early Cure stuff. Really good stuff. I am stoked. It's rad, as they say in California. But super stoked to see The Cure in September. So just 2 months from now, I will be rocking out to The Cure with a big happy smile on my face. Enough's Enough, of course. Big band from the Chicago area that never really broke it that big, unfortunately. The singer, Mr. Donnie V, has a great solo career. I've promoted that so much on this channel. Go check it out. Don't let, oh, that's just one of those hair heavy metal band things. No. If you see his solo stuff, pick it up. And Enough's Enough wrongly got just lumped as a hair metal. They're more like a pop rock band, even power pop to some degree. This is their debut from '89. This is kind of the one that has the songs everyone knows about them. Of course, Fly High Michelle and New Thing. But yeah, it's a little glam, cock rocky type, but it's a great band, man. Love them. Journey, their 8th one from 1983. Frontiers. You know, I've had it on album forever. Just want to get it on a CD. Got some bonus tracks on it. What other Journey? I picked up this too at Blue Village Vinyl Store, one of my favorite suburban vinyl stores to go on there. This is the Ultimate Collection Deluxe 3 CD set, 55 songs, including 11 previously unreleased tracks. Plus a 52-page booklet, which I've yet to read. But I did play these CDs. It's really cool, though, unreleased tracks. It's either like studio outtakes or like live tracks you haven't heard before, or a few are songs you haven't, that weren't released. So it's got a crap ton of songs. I love Journey. I love the artwork. That is some of the cool. I don't know who the artist is, but man, that's some of the cool stuff. Escape and all that. That's good artwork. Led Zeppelin, their 5th album, and my favorite from them, from 1973, House of the Holy. Never had that on CD before. Now I do. Let's see, what else we got? Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Never had it on CD. Grew up with it on cassette, and I've had the picture disc version and the vinyl version forever and ever and ever. But yeah, finally got it on the CD. Of course, that's their 9th album from 1975. Poster Children, great band from Illinois, alternative rock, indie rock, whatever you want to call them. They were on a major label for a short time. Great band. This is their 8th release from 2004. And I'll tell you, not a lot of bands will keep going and like their 8th release is just as awesome as their first release. This is a really good one. No More Songs About Sleep and Fire. This one kicks. This is a great, great CD. It is available on vinyl, but it's a little pricey. I'm going to wait for that to come down. The Replacements, a band that I should like. There's a few bands I should say like that you expect, oh, he likes this, this, and this. Well, then he probably loves this band. And the Replacements are one of them. And this is probably my 4th or 5th attempt to get into them. I had, Let It Bleed for a long time. This is I think their final one. Their 7th and final from 1990, All Shook Down. I played it twice in the car last night, and I was on a long highway travel last night, but I just couldn't get into it. So I'm officially saying, sorry, I'm never going to get no Replacements. I don't think they suck or anything like that. I just don't think they're for me. And I don't know why. I think the vocals just, to me, don't have enough high-low. They don't have enough emotion. Musically, they're good, and I like a lot of bands kind of in this kind of jangly rock kind of thing. Buffalo Tom comes to mind. I love them like crazy. Well, then you should love the Replacements. I just don't. Sorry. So this is going to go back to the store. Or I bought a flea market. Now I'm going to bring it back to the store. Sorry. Replacement fans, I know you guys love them, and I just can't get into them. Rod Stewart, Rod DeBod. I just saw a video. Someone uploaded a YouTube video of him playing, I think it was Scotland, just a few months ago. His voice is kind of shot a little bit, even for Rod Stewart with a scratchy voice. This is Every Picture Tells a Story. This is his 3rd one from the year I was born, 1971. That's a great CD there. Space Hog debut, an alternative band, 1995. Resident Alien. Always heard of Space Hog. What was another band? Supergrass, I think it was around that time. Always heard of them. Heard their big hits, but never really got any of their full names, so got it on CD. This was an eBay purchase for $8. Testament, The New Order. Of course, I brought this up when I went into my video recently of what second albums were the best. This is their 2nd album. This is the best one, Testament. Glad to have that on CD. A band that for some reason I thought was from Canada. They're from Boston. Till Tuesday. This is their debut. I think they only put out like 3 studio albums. Then Amy Mann was like, I'm going to go solo. It's from 1985. This has Voices Carrie. She had that long rat tail. I had a rat tail too. I had a rat tail till 1994, which is about easily 4 years longer than you should ever have a rat tail. But I was an idiot. Toto, this is their hits. I already had a Toto hit CD, and it wouldn't come up on my app that I had it, so I don't know. I just played it safe. It was $1 for crying out loud. Toto hit CD. Of course, we love Africa. Love that song, Africa. First time I ever flew to Nairobi, I get off the airplane, and in the airport, they're playing Africa. I was like, it's perfect. God bless the rains. Another band that people are like, oh, you probably like them, don't you? And they're newer-ish. Vampire Weekend. This is their debut. 2008. I've given it 2 listens, and again, pick you up at the flea market, and you'll be traded in at a store. Just not for me. I don't know, just not for me. Within Temptation, these guys opened up for Iron Maiden on their last tour. Iron Maiden's currently on tour. I'd love to see them again, but I think they're still on the Europe leg and in South America. And Iron Maiden goes around forever. Iron Maiden, of course, being the top band of why the hell aren't they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? But I digress. Within Temptation is their 4th album from 2007. This band keeps putting out music. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, they're like a heavy metal kind of, carry a sword and big choruses and stuff. She's got a great voice, so that's that. Mama's into Papas. Sorry, forgot this one. Last but not least, my last CD. Bought this for $1. Of course, I knew California Dreamin' and Monday Monday and Dedicated to the One I Love. I did not know Creek Alley or whatever, and the whole everyone, the only one that got fat was Mama Cass. I was like driving my car. Did they just call out their member? I mean, she's dead now, but it's got Michelle Phillips, of course, in the band. Beautiful Michelle Phillips. There's a movie with her called Savage Harvest, where they all get attacked by African lions and just it's crazy. But anyway, yeah, she's beautiful, beautiful lady, and the sweet harmonies. And you can hear the choruses, you can picture the room that they're all singing in. This isn't auto-tune, new studio kind of harmonies. This is old school. You got 4 people singing who are just blending perfectly. This one I had to put a pre-order in, and it finally came. This is their 6th album from 2003. This repressing, like I said, just came out this year. It was not cheap. It was like $50 or maybe even more, because I remember filling out the day for damn vinyl prices. But AFI, hardcore punk band turned into kind of alternative band from California. I was in a band that played with them when they were still a hardcore punk band. I want to say 1994. We shared a bill with them in Reno, Nevada. And I kind of stole my hairstyle for a while after the singer from there. He had 2-toned hair, and I went with that for a while. But yeah, anyway, they were good as a hardcore band, and I really like them as an alternative type band too. And this one's really good. This one's really good. It's got Bleed Black, Silver and Gold. Girls Not Grey was a big song off of this one. So yeah, AFI. Glad to have this on vinyl. The record that came after that, their 7th one, 2006. I remember 2006, driving around in my car, listening to Miss Murder was the song off of this. Not really. I would have picked some other songs to go as a single off of this one, but really love this one. This one is harder to find on vinyl because it's not like a reissue, repressing. This is they didn't come out. We're talking 2006. Everything was CDs and not a lot of vinyl. So I did have to pay a pretty penny. I believe I paid $120 for this. I'll put the price down there. I like to put prices because then people can be like, whoa, that's crazy, or you paid too much, or you got a good bargain. But yeah, got this recently off eBay. Happy to have that. Can sit next to its friend right there. Went to a local shop here in Brookfield. Got Joan of Arc. Of course, these boys some of them used to be in Captain Jazz, which is a great Chicago band from the 90s. Got this one. This is, I don't know a lot about them. I think it's their 14th album from 2011. I don't know. That's a lot of records. But yeah, it's emo-ish kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm anxious to spin this. This I got for $20. Soundgarden, In and Out of the Cage. It's broadcast performances. Jesus Christ Pose, one of my favorite ones from them. Big Dumb Sex, Rusty Cage, Searching with My Good Eye Closed, Loud Love, Hands All Over, another great one, Big Bottom, Get It All in the Snake. So just great stuff from Soundgarden. I wanted to spin this before I made the video to say, oh, the quality's good or bad. It got good reviews, so hopefully the quality's good. And last but certainly not least, what am I going to pick up? Oh yeah, Judas Priest. So I traded in some albums at a store and got a little bit of credit and put that credit towards this. Sin After Sin. This is their third album from 1977. Again, I wanted to spin it to give a little bit of review. Haven't though, but I've heard a lot of the songs off here. It's earlier Priest, but it's still good. It's still Halford screaming his brains out, and Priest is still with us jamming away. A lot of newer people in the band, obviously, because a lot of guys got older, but Rob Halford's still screaming. Hey, that's all. That's a lot of stuff. I tell you, I need a bigger house, because it's Brian's Fun House. We need more room. Thanks for watching.